So today is the Big East Powersports show day. I'm going to be going with Josh and my dad. I have a ton of stuff to tell you guys. I think I'm gonna do like a separate video for like the full update on everything that's been going on. But for now, we're gonna head to the show. Dad's gonna look at some studs. Josh has some gear he's looking at. And otherwise, not too much crazy going on, but figured I'd show you guys the sleds again. They've been sitting all summer. Excited that the season's upon us. And hopefully I'll see some of you guys out there. Got some decals, so we'll see how it goes. Like this sled and that sled are going to be the most similar to the Riot.
Yeah, this sled in that color, I'd be like buying it now.
Yeah. That's kind of why I thought maybe this sled, but the shocks, like you said, are not as good as your shocks. Yeah.
Not going backwards.
Yeah. So you'd probably be more of like an SRX guy.
I want to see that one that you suggested I buy.
Thundercat? Yeah.
So what is this one black with this one?
This one has a... Really? Well, that's different. I don't know. That has a narrower ski stance. That's a more off-trail bias sled. Yes. And it has a 2-inch track. This has a 1.6 and a wider stance.
Now you get bigger tracks all the time.
I've never gone a 2-inch.
What do you have?
1.75. 2-inch is really big, but my only thing with a 2-inch is your goal is to get top speed. So if you were to get a 2-inch on a turbo, you may cancel out your top speed. You know what I mean? I can tell you Josh's future sled.
Probably a Skidoo.
Definitely a Skidoo.
Oh, you're a Skidoo guy?
1000%. 1000% a Skidoo. So the cool thing about the Skidoos this year, doesn't look like this one has it. No, it doesn't.
You know, there was a time I wanted a Skidoo so bad, Bobby wouldn't let me look at it.
I know, I got sick of him complaining about it. This one doesn't have it, so this is a bad example. Kevin loved this sled.
Blue?
Yeah.
Just visually? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely sick. That's not my vibe, though.
So you can put it in different modes, but as you ride, it has like yaw sensors, and it can tell how much like it's going up and down, and it'll stiffen up the shocks almost like GM's like Multimatic shocks accordingly. Yeah. The only problem with these is they have extra computer chips in them to operate the shocks, so no one's gotten them yet.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
They just put them on the MXZs, or are they putting them on the regular?
They're on the XRSs. I think that's
like
it.
The bonus op?
Yeah, I think that's all. It's the XRSs and the Moxies. I think are the only sleds you. And I could be wrong, but I think that's all you can get them on.
What makes it a TNT? I know you had a TNT.
It's an in-season sled. So last year, a TNT didn't come with the new rear suspension that mine had, or the wider front suspension. But this year, they've moved it to everything, but the shocks aren't as good. So that doesn't have a piggyback reservoir on it, so you can't like adjust it really. You can just do kind of is it preload adjustment? I don't know. You can move the shock, or you can move the spring.
Oh,
Actually, I don't even think you can move the spring on this one. I don't think you can do anything. Yeah. That's what you get. That's it. I love this color combo on the Backcountry XRS. This like gold, the gold and red.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right here.
I've never been a huge fan of this shade of red with it, but...
Yeah? Yeah, they call it the lava red. It's kind of like an orangey red.
It's a little
Yeah.
too orange for me.
This is also their upgraded gauge that I didn't get last year. So this has a built-in GPS and stuff, whereas mine, I kind of slummed it and didn't go with it. But yeah, that's the adjuster, kind of like a BMW, which I think is pretty cool.
I was just going to say, it feels like I'm in a car with something like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
If we were to travel a lot more,
that was the thing, yeah. I was thinking to myself, when we were on Tug Hill last year, probably would have been good to have that, but you can't win them all. Yeah, right? Never mind this big two-up seat that's on it. I don't know why that's on there. I don't know why that's on there. Honestly, that almost wrecks it. Because I was curious, I wanted my dad to sit on it. That's a bummer, man.
Yeah, I didn't even know they put it like that.
Dude, I'm bummed. I wanted him to try that. It doesn't come with this seat. I don't know why. I don't know why it's on it. Try it out. I'm curious what you think of how it sits.
This thing screams money.
It's
Also screams I can't ride it.
it's very expensive. Oh, really?
You sat on one? Like way apart.
Oh, really? Yeah, I mean, I've ridden it.
Dude, this is weird.
Like these Kashima coated gold shocks.
Kashima coated. I always wanted Kashima coated.
I knew you always talked about it, Rob.
Yeah.
The Kashima.
And then, Rob, if you were gonna get a Skidoo, this is your guy.
I don't think I can though.
It has launch control. Yeah. So you hold the brake, you hit the gas, it pumps up the turbo to build power in the intake, and then you let go of the brake, and it just takes off. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And look at, you know it's fast.
You definitely need studs though.
You know it's fast when it's studded on the stand. They're like, yeah, we're just gonna throw some studs on to show it off. Wow. Yeah. 1,300?
Yeah.
Last year?
Yeah.
Holy dude.
I lived on the trail.
Yeah.
I do live on a trail.
Yeah. Dude, that's awesome. It's running good and everything?
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
No problems
man.
at all.
Yeah, good.
I had to go in to get reflashed once.
Oh, you did do the reflash.
I rode
Okay.
it all day.
Yeah.
I should go to my friends like, hey, come here, look at the new sled I got. I go to start it up, it doesn't start. I had to push it in the trailer. Yeah.
Was that early on?
It was right at my house though, so
Yeah.
it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
I don't know, it was probably like 400 or 500 miles after I rode it.
Okay.
And the only thing I had to do was just hook it to a computer. And that's fine.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I was always super careful on startups with that to let it warm up. You know what I mean? Like I was like all the way warm, like just let it burn off the fuel, because everybody told me when they were new, and you saw me ride with Coda, like if you don't let them do that, they'll flood themselves. But I was always a little leery because in 2020 the tunes were so hot and cold. Like some years a couple tunes were good, a couple made them dump oil and run worse.
Yeah.
So I was like, mine runs all right, I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it seems like for 21 they got them good. Like,
Yeah,
and so you're gonna get the
before,
most
seemed
out of
like
it.
They were having problems. Like,
Yeah.
Before they hit 100 miles, they would blow up or something.
Yeah. Oh, look at this guy. He's ready. He's gonna scoop one up.
I'm just checking them out.
Yeah.
We gotta let you boys look at the Polaris and then
Yeah.
go in the yard to get together.
All right.
The Matrix was last year, right?
So the Matrix has made its way to way more models. So this is the XCR, so like their version of an XRS. They do the 137 and a 129. And then they have a new switchback. This might be it. No, this is the Assault still. But they have a new switchback with the Fox QS3s that my Riot has on it. And that's like their in-season switchback. So that's like a really good sled in my opinion. Like, honestly, it's a great shock package. The Assault's an awesome sled. Yeah, I mean,
It's a unique color.
Yeah, I like this. It's cool.
I feel
A lot of,
it's like not something I would buy, but
yeah.
very cool.
I feel like a lot of the colors now are like good 1 year colors. I'd love to rock this for 1 year. I don't know if I'd want to own it for more than one, but I think it'd be really cool to own for 1 year.
It'd be cool to stand out. I don't expect. I mean, never seen.
You know what I like about it is the throwback to the orange. Like I feel like it would kind of take me back to my first Assault, you know what I mean? With like a little touch of orange. Yeah. And then like the, I don't know if you call that gold or tan, but the gold and tan thrown in.
That like camo vibe, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I like it. I love the red though.
The red's sick.
Yeah, the red is awesome. They don't have that many sleds here.
I was just thinking that. I was like, where's all the
Yeah.
the crazy ones?
Yeah.
Do they still do the SKS? Or is it
No.
SKS?
So the SKS is now a Chaos 146.
Oh, okay.
So a little bit more off-trail friendly, but still pretty similar.
He was telling me about the sled, and all of a sudden he goes, they don't have
The
the
GPS.
I know, the GPS is new for you guys, right?
Yeah,
That part on top?
New kit offered for this year.
Yep.
Now, what's the similarities to mine, and what are the differences?
Same chassis. This has the IQS shocks, so you can adjust them on the fly. Yeah. What?
What year is mine?
2020.
2020.
Did you say 2000?
Holy crap.
Right? Yeah.
Pretty cool, yeah. You can put it
Top
in
end?
this one.
A lot.
So if I want to get one for next year, what do you think the cutoff is?
They'll start opening orders for dealers in February.
We'll do it there.
Yep.
So when your son says, "Hey Dad, there's a real good deal on Thundercats," you actually pull the trigger this time.
Well, I just freaking won't look at him and just buy one. Do that. Heated seat.
Heated seat. Yep, like you said, suspension.
Yeah.
Do they all cover that?
This is an accessory.
Yeah.
So you don't have to make your own mounts and everything anymore. It's a garment, so it'll interface with the other garments for having a group. That way you don't have to. You guys have $102 garment, you can link up with them.
Oh, really?
So you can be the guy that leads instead of gets us lost now.
Well, yeah, I can probably leave because he says top end's like $130.
I know. Yeah. Not a bad show. Definitely not the deals you used to see. You can get like the deals you can get at your dealer, but you can't really like get a lot above and beyond that. But it's always good to see the new sleds. I got to get out here with Josh and Dad and kind of get the season kicked off, and that's a big part of it for me. Dad got to see the Lynx for the first time and check out some Thundercats and everything. So while I wouldn't say it was like the most amazing show I've ever been to, the area it was in was awesome, and it's just nice to get the sled season kicked off. So appreciate you guys for watching. I hope you guys got to kind of see some sleds up close that you might be interested in and that type of thing. But we'll see you in the next video, and we'll go from there.